Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Long Hop Cricket Podcast. Just before we get into it, I'm just going to go through a quick overview of our league table of the Long Hop Cricket Pod. League table, good name. Chaired by Mr. David. Currently 5 teams in the league. And competitive.
There's room for more.
Definitely room for more. We're all about... I'm going to start from the top. And I think people will understand why when we get to the end. But taking first place, and I wouldn't say comfortably, because if it is comfortable, then I'm out of it. Is Quint at number 1.
Who are you?
Yeah. Who is this man?
Quint, would be nice if you'd let us know.
We want more detail.
Which subscriber
and
you
I
are.
don't know what is Quint. I don't understand. What is it?
Indian supporter. You put yourself down as a Bangladeshi supporter here, so
they're my dark horse.
Quint, reveal yourself.
Okay, but he's leading with 1,411.
I think Quint may have been part of the first game, so.
Oh, okay.
At least 1,000 of those points came from the first game.
Yeah, probably not winning. Second place is Dave's Donuts. Controversial, really.
Why?
Well, you set up the league, so.
I had 515 points today.
Second place is Richmond Super Kings.
That's third place.
Third place. Yeah, but
that's
I don't really
the best name in there, Richmond Super Kings.
Do you think? Well, we'll get to that. Danny Edwards, he's at a solid 981.
Yeah, I've
competitive mid-table.
Just overtaken him. Woohoo! Daddy.
Competitive mid-table. Then just sneaking in 4th place is
sneaking. Fuck off. He's way down there.
Jack United. Is Jack United.
Jacko.
Can you stop? 734 points, and he's got most of those today. So
big day today. 448.
Well done. And then for some reason. Some technical error.
Knick-knack noodles.
Knick-knack noodles by the Odlers at the bottom. I don't understand.
Odles.
Do you know where I think I've made... Well, I'll just... 434 points. Didn't get most of them today, so I don't... I think I know the problem I'm having.
What's that?
With my team selection. Is I built a team.
Well, you've got 2 players that are injured in there.
Yeah, but I went in to build a team.
Yeah,
and that it's not done on how the team would perform.
Okay,
is it? It's picking 11 individuals. Does that make sense?
I mean,
it's an excuse.
I think you can pull it back because you still got your full 20 transfers, and this goes
Quint is 1,000 points in front of me.
But look, Jack hit 448 today. I hit 515.
He
2
hit
good
more
days
today than I do as my whole score.
You have 2 good days. Now, you got the full transfers. This goes to everybody else out there. If you aren't part of the league, you could at least beat Owen, for definite. But you could get yourself back in there if you just do the transfers well. You select your captain well. You have 2 good games, and you're way back in there. That's why Quint is not running away with this. I am on his tail pretty quick.
Yeah, and another thing is if you're thinking, there's no point joining now, I've got no chance. You do. I've got 434. You can get more than that in one game.
Whoever finishes last, loses their spot.
Well, how does that
presenter.
Work? Loses their spot. Oh, what out of me and you? What? So at the end of this, there'll only be one presenter. How does that work?
Well, Quinty's coming on.
Oh, you're going to get Quintin. What if he lives in India? Pay for his flights?
No, we're Skyping.
Skype him in. Those are good podcasts where they're Skyped in.
It's happening.
Okay. Well.
But please join just to beat Owen and let me beat you. You honestly, you can get back into it.
I'd love it if you came last.
Well, I think there's a few more out there which...
I need to get rid of my injured people to start with.
Don't be put off. You've got 20 transfers. You've got more transfers than any of us, maybe apart from Owen. I don't know if Jack's been doing many transfers, maybe not. But you can definitely get your way back into this if you use those transfers wisely. We'd love to see a couple more people in there. You can certainly beat Owen.
What do you think a strong league is? 8 or 10? That's a good league.
Well, we got 47 subscribers. I want all 47 in there.
Well, double figures is good. You got a good league.
47's pretty good.
Well, 47 would be very
including
good.
Us too, so that's 49 of us in there. Maybe a new subscriber.
I subscribed.
Maybe a new subscriber to make all 50. Links are in the description below. Just get involved. It'd be just fun to see your name down there. I like checking it. I'm after Quint. There's no way he's beating me.
Yeah, he will.
You could definitely get back into this. It's a lot of fun. Links in the below. Everything's there. You can get into there pretty quickly. Thank you to Danny Edwards, Strat United, and Quint for
having a look at the
getting
league.
involved.
Having a look at Quint's team.
Yeah,
he's gone for the 3 all-rounders.
Quint. What Quint has been able to do really well is pick the right captain. So generally, he's pretty good at picking a captain, and then they generally do well and he gets double points for it. That's the way you win this tournament. That's the way. If you haven't started already, you get a captain that gets 100. Joe Root today, I made him captain. He got over 200 points for me today. He didn't even make 100. So let's say who plays tomorrow? South Africa. Let's say you make AB de Villiers and he gets 100. You're in the points, back in the game.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Jobs are good. You need a good
AB's
game
in my
tomorrow.
team. I need him to come off. Right.
Start, yeah?
Yeah, let's get on with it.
Brilliant. England win. England secure their passage through to the semi-finals of
Yay!
the 2017 ICC Champions Trophy.
Now we care about it.
But before we start, what is interesting is with England winning and Australia being rained out of every game they've ever played,
Yeah.
it means that anybody could go through. Australia, if they beat England, they could go through in their last game. Bangladesh, which is Owen's dark horses, haven't won a game. They were getting battered by Australia.
Dark horses.
They were getting battered by Australia. The rain came in, saved them. They beat New Zealand, which as Owen is saying will happen because they're his dark horses.
Well, that's the biggest game.
Then they will go through if England beat Australia.
They're both our dark horses.
Same goes for New Zealand versus Bangladesh. If they win and Australia lose, they go through. Do you think we'll beat Australia? I can't see them bound because they need the points and
I don't know. Be a good game.
their backs against the wall.
That's really
they're
hard
so
to predict.
competitive.
It's a guess, I think.
But
Obviously, it's a guess, but you know what I mean.
Australia won't want to go out.
That's 50-50.
Last ICC Champions Trophy, they went out in the group stages. This time, let's hope so. Even though I've tipped them to win the tournament.
Yeah. I don't think it's right that a team could go through or get knocked out without completing a game. I know you kind of have to because games take so long. And you've only got so long to fit in the tournament.
If there's a tie, then I think they'll go out because they won't have a net run rate. Because I don't think their net run rate gets taken into account.
Could you not do something to at least make it so you won something to get through? If that makes sense.
Why are you chirping now, mate?
No, but that doesn't make any sense. But so say Australia and England gets rained off.
Yeah. Which I'm bringing out the rain dance for.
Right. And Australia then get knocked out.
Yep.
Can't we have a longest 6 competition?
No, get away.
Between the two teams that are going to... Between who's going through and who's...
Yeah, well, okay, if they all get rained off, then that's terrible.
It just seems rubbish that can happen.
But that's life, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's got nothing to do with your cricketing ability.
Well, what they should have done is got those runs quicker against Bangladesh.
Okay.
Then force a result.
Not a bad point.
Or bowled quicker.
Bowl quicker.
We're never bowled. Get the overs quicker before the rain comes
Bowl
in.
quicker.
Get them overs in. They've actually played all right, Australia.
No one's got any idea, though, have they?
No
one knows.
Thing is, I think it's strange. I think New Zealand would have beaten them in the first game, so they'd be on 0 points. But then going into the second game, they would have beaten Bangladesh. So they'd only be on 2 anyway. I'm all for... I said New Zealand with dark horses, but I'm all for Bangladesh beating them. We beat Australia. England and Bangladesh go through.
Yeah. That'd be great.
And I'm hoping that...
I don't know how dark horsey New Zealand are.
They're certainly out of the top 5 best teams, aren't they?
Yeah.
4?
They're the safest dark horse, I think.
Certainly safer than what we saw.
Dark horses,
Pakistan, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh have been pretty dog shit.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in Pakistan. Best team in the world. They've let me down with that.
I chose Azhar Ali. Made him a captain the other day.
I chose flipping...
He got double points on a 50, which was all right. Anyway, let's talk about a game that really matters.
Yes.
England win again. And they have to go into... New Zealand put them into bat on a overcast morning, but means jack shit these days. It doesn't swing.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty pointless. Isn't
I
it?
don't know what's happened with the balls.
I reckon they should go on wind conditions more than whether it's overcast or not.
Right, okay, so you get like natural movement through
Yeah,
the wind. Yeah,
but also like, is the
Well,
wind
it
going in the
bolted
direction
today.
of the longest boundary?
was it?
We've got more chance of it.
Were
in
you outside
sixes.
today at all?
Oh,
It was absolutely bolted today. It was windy as
yeah, it was actually,
anything today.
but nothing particularly impressive on the England scorecard. Is
Well, I
there, really?
think it was one of those innings where we were losing wickets just at the wrong place to go and
Yeah.
make a massive score. But because this team bats so in depth and so far down, they're all batsmen, really, aren't they? Apart from Ball and Wood, we just continue to make runs.
I don't know if Plunkett and Rashid are batsmen, but
Well, they can certainly
they
make
can
30 or 40
all right,
runs,
yeah,
can't they?
Okay, yeah.
And I just think we just had vital knocks here and there to just get us over 300, which, you know, a few years ago, Owen, if we would have said nobody would have stood out there, there's no way a team would make 300
No, no.
without someone getting a big 100.
Bonkers, isn't it?
Something I do want to talk about is Jason Roy.
Well, I was going to say this. Are we going to bring up the problems or debate now, or go through the game and bring it up after?
Well, I think just...
Because I want to talk about Roy.
Well, let's go straight on to
'Cause
Roy then.
They were talking about. We were watching a bit of the aftermath and them talking about it, and I think he's got in the hole.
Yeah, the hole is...
He's
swallowed
been
him up.
swallowed.
Yeah.
Because they were saying he's starting to look nervous, which
he
he
needs to get in
is.
the zone.
He's starting to look like he just, like he just wants a score. He just wants it to appear.
Thing is, though, what was strange is that he hit a lovely cover drive today, and then he hit one straight.
He hit some beautiful shots to fielders.
Yeah, and then he was picking up fielders, and he was 13 off 23. Next thing you know, he's already spanked one straight while coming across his stumps. Looked good. And the next thing you know, he's done it the same, and he's just hit, Milne has just hit leg stump. And it just makes you look like such an idiot when
It
you get like
does,
that.
but in one day as now, you see people score so many runs
By
just
across,
stepping
yeah.
way across and either flicking one from outside off stump or getting in position to drive it. And players just do it a lot, so it does look awful. But I don't know if most players are hitting that ball.
No, I think if you're in form, if you're Joe Root or someone,
Kane Williamson, or because he was doing that today,
Yeah.
walking across the stumps
well,
and flicking it.
AB
all over
de
the
Villiers
place.
will hit that nine and a half times
Yeah.
out of 10. AB would hit that. Obviously, Roy isn't on the same.
He's just
But let's say, I don't know, let's say Roy and Moeen are a similar batting level, a level or ability. Moeen's hitting that shot. I know.
you
he's
can't
on
have Moen open though.
But
Let's not.
But no, what I'm saying is that because Roy is so out of form.
Oh, right, I see what you're saying. Okay.
He's going to miss those
yeah,
shots.
yeah, Roy in form hits the ball, but I'm wondering, are England so strong with their batting lineup that they're just going to keep him whatever he does for this tournament?
This is it. This is what I was thinking earlier. Let's say England, they'll play against Australia because it's a bit of a grubber of a match. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they've already
it's dead.
stated that.
Now, if he
behind
makes a score less than 30 or 40,
him. Right,
do you say for the semi-finals and then the final, take him out of the team?
well I don't know because
It's so
England's batting
difficult.
so strong,
It's so
but then
difficult.
you don't want
You don't
just
wanna-
a gift wicket, do you?
And you don't want to carry. It's not like it's somebody down the order. It's the opening batsman. You can't carry him. I don't know. I don't know if I can call it yet.
I don't know. I think the
Because
next games.
Would you think England might field a different team against Australia? So imagine if they fielded, let's say,
I don't think there'll be massive changes.
let's just say, for instance, Root is out. They've rested Root and they rest Roy, or they rest Hales. So Roy gets a go, makes nothing. Sam Billings comes in the lineup to open. He makes 50. Johnny Bairstow comes in for Root. He makes 100. Do you think they've got the bottle to do that? Because that would really put a lot of pressure on Roy.
I was thinking, if they want to get rid of him, I don't know if they'd bring in an opener. I think they'd put Johnny Bairstow in the team.
Well, I
and
think-
bodge Root into open.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. And I don't know if that's good.
Why
or
don't
not.
we go back to old-fashioned tactics and put Plunkett up there as a pinch hitter? The thing is, though,
Pinch hitter.
Root has pretty much been an opener because Roy's not making any runs.
That's the thing, isn't it? Would it be that bad? If you just go, you go up there, have a go ahead. It's a bodged one. He's not going to be our opener, but we've got one opener completely out of form. And in tournament, you don't want to go, let's try another one who's not guaranteed as well.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I'm a big fan of Johnny Bairstow, but I just think...
And have Bairstow at 4?
I just think Sam Billings, even though Johnny Bairstow probably should be better ahead of him and he's a better batsman and whatnot, I just think Sam Billings can open the batting.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And he has for England.
Yeah.
He could fit straight in there.
I go along with that as well. I like that.
Because I'm a little bit scared of moving that batting order around.
Well, that's the thing. I was just thinking.
It's unfair on Johnny, but...
If you bring Bairstow in and he's not 3, or is Owen Morgan going 3? I don't want Owen Morgan batting 3.
No, I want Joe Root at 3. I think
so...
That's a brilliant number 3. Morgan
Root
4,
might be able to
Stokes
bodge
5.
Opening, but then you've got to bodge 3.
The only thing you could think of is taking Moeen Ali out and putting... But they won't do that. We've spoken about this many a time. He's an all-rounder. Think about putting Hells in your fantasy team? Made a 90 and a 50 here.
No.
No, is he
not really tempted by that.
Is he taking all his runs up, is he?
Well, no, it's not that. It's just it doesn't have any guarantee to me.
What about Joe Root?
Joe Root, yeah, I'd be more than happy to put Joe Root in my
64 off 65. Another great run of ball innings. And him and Hales, it was that kind of like, don't lose a wicket there because that's really going to stunt us. Especially when Morgan went for 134 for 3 at that point when Morgan went. Morgan, I had in my fantasy team today. He only makes 13. I thought he was in a good bit of form. He made 60 in the first game, didn't he?
Yeah.
Or was it even more than that, 70?
What I was listening to when they were talking about the England batting, they were showing highlights of Josh Butler. And it's freakish. It's just weird.
Yeah, Josh Butler isn't a cricket player.
It's just so bizarre. But one comment was the best and hardest shot that he executed was a flat bat 6.
Is it a baseball shot?
It was a baseball strike off a long hop.
That filthy ramp shot he's played today must have been difficult.
That was rapid. And he just walks into line with it and blops it over the top of his head. But that's just not true. The flat bat 6 off a long hop. That's like everyone plays that shot.
Stokes and Butler in the middle of the England innings do what they normally do. Get a quick fire 40 or run a ball 40 and then a quick 60 odd.
It's good because England
100 runs between them.
Yeah, England haven't done
partnership.
Anyone's done really well.
Yeah, everyone's pitched in.
You've got enough that everyone's done all right, and you've actually ended up with a good, competitive score.
310 all out though. We do get bowled out.
Yeah, 310 as well. That's competitive, but
I think
nervy. Total.
New Zealand started to just bring it back towards the end. Southey bowled well actually today. He's a bowler that depends on swing really. I think Southey.
He did swing it as well. Was moving.
I think a natural movement because he comes around the wicket sometimes, doesn't he?
He was swinging it. He was swinging it to Roy, but that's just Roy's luck, isn't it? He's going to swing it at him if he had an old one.
But I think Southey...
He bowled some absolute peaches.
Southey. Yeah, he bowled really well.
Why he doesn't get points for that? Just absolutely beautiful bowling.
And I think, generally, Milne was all right, got hit a bit. Anderson hit a bit. So did
I don't know about Bolt. Seems too rushed, doesn't he?
I like Bolt. I think he's a good bowler.
Really?
Yeah, I think he is.
Seemed a bit... don't know.
So, anything else you want to...
Not in the England one. I mean, it's all...
So 310. Do you think they probably should have made a bit more when they were?
That's a nervy total these days. I think.
When you're 200 for 4 off 37, you should probably make about 330. 340.
Like you said, I think we lost wickets just at the wrong time to make a monster, didn't we?
Stuttery innings.
We had a really good chance to make a massive one, but just kept stumbling.
But Ball makes the perfect start with his first over. He hits the first wicket in the first ball. Ball against Ronke. And Ronke scored some quick runs last game against Australia. And luckily, Ball picks him off first ball. Great start to the England innings.
That's all right, isn't it?
Take that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, can't go to Twitter. Guptill, who...
Great player.
Should be probably doing better. This is similar to New Zealand innings. He should be scoring 50s.
Yeah, it's because I picked them. You'll see this. If I change my team, these players will start doing well again.
Well, Riaz won't because he's injured, and Angelo
Okay,
Matthews might still be out. So.
But really, Guptill,
I'm surprised you didn't put
highly rate him.
Wokes in there as well. Guptill's a very good opening batsman.
Yeah, and I didn't.
And
I want to talk about the fantasy league.
Guptill's should be making more runs, and he will have to make runs against Bangladesh, I think, for them to win. Though Bangladesh could be hit and miss when they.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kane Williamson, who's a fantastic player, 87 off 98, that he will just score runs all day long.
They were saying that he doesn't get the credit as being one of the world's best batsmen.
I don't think he does because I think he's a New Zealand player.
Really?
If he played
Pretty
for,
sure that anyone knows anything about it knows he is.
Imagine if he played for Australia, he would be
Okay,
literally God,
okay.
wouldn't he?
Or England.
Yeah, or England.
Yeah,
Imagine if we had him in at number 4 for England.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Like Jonathan Trott again. Yeah, okay.
And then I think he probably is the weakest of the top 4. I think.
Do you think?
Steve Smith, Virat Kohli, then Root.
I think it's very harsh to put them in order.
Yeah, Virat Kohli, I think, is just. He can get his test. If he can be as good as he is in ODIs at test matches, then he has to be the best batsman in the world. But Steve Smith's test record's brilliant. Joe Root's very, very good. And I just think Williamson is slightly.
Do you have to
behind.
go on numbers for this to rate them? Do you think?
Yeah, because I think.
Or do you go on who would you rather have in your team?
Well, I think. It's so difficult. On talent, I think I'd rather have. I don't know, maybe Virat Kohli. I hate him so much.
If you were picking a team.
And I could choose only one of.
You could choose one of the 4. Who'd you pick?
Oh, maybe Steve Smith. I think Steve Smith's test career is something crazy.
Yeah, I don't understand it quite.
Here's a fact for you.
Go on.
Kumar Sangakkara, better average than Sachin Tendulkar.
Yeah, he's very, very good. Do you think he's got the same thing as
Is he the
being
Kane
from
Williamson
Sri Lanka?
of the?
Yeah, I don't know. He gets a lot of credit, but not to
But
the
if I was to
extent
say
that
to
he
you, Owen, in the modern day greats, batsman wise, he's not coming in the top 5. When you think of players like Ponting, Lara, Sachin.
What if we were
Dravid.
doing one?
Yeah. Or just generally, people, when you say modern greats, Kumar Sangakkara come in the top 5 batsmen? Don't know if he does,
Of everybody. That's
So in the last 15 years.
over the last 15 years,
so the
top 5?
Modern greats, yeah.
Probably not.
He's not, is he?
Probably not.
And I think maybe Kane Williamson might be something a little bit similar in that role of
I don't know. It's really difficult.
because Kane
really
Williamson
difficult.
probably is one of the best batsmen, and if not, he might be the best batsman. But I think he is overlooked by Smith, Kohli, and Root. Anyway, Taylor, who he needs to get kicking, I think, if he's going to.
He's never quite. He was meant to be this
the best player ever.
Yeah, just incredible, and he's always done all right, but he's never really shown. He's never quite reached his potential of what people thought.
And you really need Guptill, Williamson, and Taylor to consistently perform for this New Zealand team to
Had a problem with coffee.
make any surprises.
Ross Taylor.
Oh, he was addicted to coffee.
Yeah, he
wasn't
got obsessed with it. It's a weird thing, isn't it?
I don't know how you come off that. Do you have?
Decaf.
Well, do you have a coffee substitute like a Red
I
Bull?
don't know if it's that bad, is it? Like a Red Bull. Yeah, get on the Red Bull instead. Brilliant.
Well, do you have a caffeine substitute? I wonder.
I don't think it's that.
You don't think it's a
damaging,
weaning off
is it?
process? Anyway, let's. New Zealand are bowled out for 223 off 44 overs. They were losing wickets for fun in the last
For fun.
in the last 5 overs or so. But England bowled fantastic. This is a brilliant England bowling performance, and we see Adil Rashid come back.
Yeah.
Ball keeps his place. Adil Rashid, only 5 bowlers used today. And Adil Rashid bowls his full 10, which you've been
How do you do?
2 for 47 off his 10. Very good, isn't it? That's
Oh, very
brilliant
good.
for a leg spinner.
Did Moen bowl?
No.
He was used as the main frontline bowler.
Adil
Spinner.
Rashid.
And it worked. That's interesting.
Though I think we have to give a special mention to Jake Ball, who did he get spanked in 2 weeks? He went over, was it over 70 or 80?
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Yeah, he's done really well.
2 for 31 off 8.
Hear his interview. Inspiring. I don't get the point in them.
No.
I know we were speaking about it, but they asked him like, "Oh, you've done really well today. What's the secret to how you bowled so well today?"
He should have been like, I picked the seam.
It's like, put it in the right areas and let the pitch do a bit. Like, brilliant. Cheers for that. But I haven't heard that before. So just boring. But yeah, he did do well.
Woody again does well. 1 for 32 off his 9. He needs to stay fit because he's looking really good.
Yeah.
Plunkett picks up 4. We don't need to say.
Plunko's my favourite player.
Do you know what we could do? We could preset a record thing for
brittle.
Plunkett and just put him every episode because he just picks up 4 or 5 wickets every time, doesn't he?
I think he should get into one of our intros. Where's he from?
He's a northern lad.
Northern, good.
Yeah.
Good.
And I think it's just a brilliant out-and-out bowling.
It's a good bowling attack, isn't it? And Stokes, he's obviously not injured.
No, it looks like he's getting close to
going
100%.
bold. Yeah.
Yeah, going bold. Yeah. Do you know what they should do? Do you know what they do in wrestling?
Shave it.
They do, but they
He could be a wrestler, couldn't he? WWE wrestler.
What
all those tattoos.
What they could do in wrestling, they
drinking Red Bull with big eyes.
They get that thing where they crayon it on.
Sorry?
So like a lot of wrestlers are old, aren't they? Like even like John Cena's in his 40s.
Right.
But they get that thing where they're kind of like
they don't crayon it on.
They get that. You can buy that thing.
Sharpie.
Where it's almost like it's like a little like a
wig
thing you can not spray but like tap on, and it's like a powder, and it forms like a hair. But with wrestlers, it's so bad because they sweat a lot in the ring. Just starts to go and go and go. So yeah, or they should just always wear a hat.
Just shave it, isn't it?
Why don't bowlers ever wear hats when running in? Why can't they?
You can, but it's just not. It's just uncomfortable. It gets.
It's
in your eye line. It's just not nice.
What if he flips it back?
Some spinners do, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah, there's been spinners in the past that have worn hats when they bowl.
Swanee wore his sunglasses.
Yeah, I don't get that either. I can't. I don't know why golfers wear sunglasses. I would do my head in.
But I want to see Stokesy take that cap, flip it back.
I want to see Stokes. I would hate him so much for doing that. Just buzz it, innit? Just get rid of it. Anyway.
Buzz it, yeah. He's going to look like the fucking devil.
He looks so hard then, doesn't he? He looks so scary.
That's terrifying. I reckon we're ready to wrap that game up, you know?
Yeah.
I think we will move on to something we've been neglecting, Owen.
What's that?
That is your Village Cricket Diaries.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're in trouble with this. And it's your own fault. We're so far behind now. I don't even know which game we missed.
We are into your 3rd game now.
Hold on now. I've got a little fixtures list here.
Okay, good.
That can help us out.
So in the first game, you made, I think, a 2 or a 3, and you got out.
Yeah, well.
And you made a 4 not out in the second game, but you picked up wickets in both. Your batting average is looking at, let's say you got 3, let's say you got 4. You've got an average of 7 at the moment.
Right.
I think you make 30 odd, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's this game.
Okay, so Kinlet at home.
Well, that sounds off.
Right.
La la.
It's grudge match.
Owen's Village Cricket Diaries.
Thanks. Yeah, Kinlet at home. Big game. That's the grudge match of our season.
This is your rivalry.
This is the biggest rivalry. It's huge.
Ever.
Against the Engleharts. These two brothers.
No.
Yeah. They own a private school and run their own cricket club at the private school. And that's the biggest rivalry.
Right, okay, yeah.
They are rubbish as well. But
they're bad.
They are really, probably maybe the worst team we play.
Oh, they're a bad team?
They're all awful.
Okay, yeah.
So, me and the Capitan open. It's actually the vice. Captain was away.
You're opening?
I opened the batting.
Decent.
I'm pretty sure that was a request on a podcast we didn't put out for me to open on the request of wanting 100.
Yeah, well, yeah, most definitely. We want 100.
So,
you bat first, I'm presuming?
Yes.
Right,
yeah,
okay,
we always try and bat first because we set such big totals. Okay. It makes the game much longer.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So, just a really, really nasty ass wicket.
What is it? Is it two pace doing a bit?
Two paced, two bounced, just horrific. Some balls just skid along the floor.
That's because they're bowling cross seam, mate.
Some balls on a length will go past your chin.
Right, okay.
Just ridiculously bad.
Yeah.
And just sort of, I made, I think, like 37 or something.
Did you get out?
Yeah. Did I get out? I would hope so. God.
The 37 plus 4, 41 plus the 3, 44. 44 divided by 2. You're on an average of 22 so far.
It's not great, but I don't think I've... Yeah.
So you're averaging 22 with about 3 games in. What do you set? Can you remember in and around what you set for the team?
It was over 300.
Right,
It was
okay.
big.
In 40 overs?
Yes, in 40 overs. Our number 7 got in and got 137 not out. And just hit sixes all over the place.
How did your dad do?
He's getting close to giving up. I think he's like...
Right, okay.
He just keeps getting out for next to nothing.
Oh, shame.
But anyway, and they were... I don't think I bowled because
Right, okay.
we just knew it was going to be. And they got... What did they get? 60-something, I think, in reply.
So you've hit 300 and they hit 60?
Yes.
Owen, why are you playing these games?
I don't know. It's
can you not choose to make this...
You don't understand the political...
Well, we've got a few minutes.
...of this club.
I want to understand why you are choosing to roll teams over each week.
We're not... Well, first of all, you're always going to try and crush whoever you're playing.
Of course, yeah.
You can
only beat who's in front of you.
Right. But the problem comes with who is in charge of the teams we play, fixtures.
Yeah.
And it's all the old people.
And they just want
who have been playing since like the 50s. This team's been around forever.
A traditional...
And we've played these teams for all of this time.
Right, okay, yeah.
And these teams are just village teams. They're not league teams that have a village side. Yeah. So it's you can't cancel fixtures with these teams because then it will die out. And they're dying out anyway.
I'm going to make the guess that your team could enter a league and do fairly well in league cricket.
Yes. Yeah, well, I mean, we have players that have played league standard, a very good league standard.
Can you get paid playing league?
Yeah.
You can, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got an overseas player playing for you at the moment?
We don't, and we usually do, because...
Do you normally pay him?
No.
No, he comes over and he's not brought over.
No, we get...
How does it work with just... I know league cricket, there's kind of connections between a club and a club, isn't there?
Well, there's actually like a website.
Yeah, okay.
So people can post, obviously, through leagues.
How funny would it be if it was one of the subscribers came over and played with you? Quint.
But we only get players because we don't have our own ground. We use a private school.
Right.
And people come over to work for the private school.
Okay, and then
from South Africa usually.
And they know there's
they're
a
very
team
good at cricket and play with us.
Okay, yeah.
So but we haven't got anyone at the moment because the last one we got chopped his toe off.
You chopped his toe off?
No, he chopped his own toe off with a lawnmower.
While playing for you?
While
prepping the
mowing. So now they don't employ men. They don't have men come over. They only get girls come over. The private school won't employ.
Right,
because he was mowing with like a cylinder mower.
Yeah.
And the blades are open. He was mowing down a hill with flip-flops on.
Yeah.
Slipped and chopped his big toe off.
The lessons we learned is
what would your first phone call be if you did that?
If I chopped my toe off?
Yeah.
Probably the emergency services.
Right. His first phone call was to the head teacher and apologised.
Fair enough.
His name was Tom Tom.
Can you do an impression of his accent?
Sorry? No, I can't. No.
Should we leave it there?
Yeah. I mean,
we're now 2 games behind in your village.
Yeah, we're a few games behind now.
Any ideas of next podcast we're doing?
I don't know. When do England play next? It's not that long, is it?
Is it the weekend Saturday, is it?
Yeah.
I think it's Saturday.
Do you want to?
So we'll do in the next one. We might try and cover all the semi-finals, the 2 semi-finals and the final. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure you give us a like. Subscribe if you're new. All comments are welcome, and check out those links in the description and have a go at our
join it.
We shall speak to you Saturday, but at the latest. If not, a special game will come up, and we'll
cheers,
be forced
guys.
to cover it.
Thanks, man. Cheers for listening.
Nice one.
I appreciate it.